Are you weird? Are you a loner? Do you not have many friends? Can you not have friends? Have you tried to have friends but just seem to keep drifting off by yourself? You just drift off by alone. Do you have a certain soft spot for animals? Do you like to save animals? Don't take that as strange. I'm just trying to throw questions out there for you. Now, this is mainly for the youth out there. I think this is important. If there's anybody who stumbled across this, a teenager, a kid who's troubled, who feels like he's misunderstood, can't talk to anybody, can't open up to anybody, I want to know who you are. If you feel as though you don't belong in this world, you've been born here, you've been somehow put here, but you don't belong here. This is who I'm talking to. Misfits. Now, you may physically be fine. Maybe you're fine. You're healthy. Maybe you're attractive. You have a good soul. You're good physically. You're healthy. But there's just something not quite right about your personality. Is your personality just a little bit off? I'm asking these questions because this is important. Because you may be a very rare personality type, which this channel is about. I want to introduce myself. My name's Tom. My name's Tom Omega, and I am the host of the INFJ Experience. And this is my channel. And the reason I'm asking these questions is because I'm trying to do an outreach. I think it's important that younger generations, younger teenagers, younger people know this, so that they don't make bad decisions in their life. Maybe you don't have people to reach. Maybe you've had a difficult childhood, and I'm sure you have, and that's why you are who you are. Maybe you can't turn to your parents. Maybe you can't talk to anybody, and you drift off alone as a smaller child, and that's what your life has been. Well, this is an outreach because you're not alone. You may be a rare personality type, a very rare personality type, and it's not anything detriment to you. You may feel you're alone, but you are not. That's what my point is. Now, whoever you are, if you're hearing this and are saying yes to some of the things I've said, I want you to keep hang in there and listen to me. I'm a 60-year-old man, and I found out that I had this rare personality type called the INFJ. I'm introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. And there's 16 different types. It's all part of the Myers-Briggs personality indicator, type indicator. It's all there. And we're one of the more confusing type of personalities. A lot of the other ones align pretty well. A lot of the extroverted ones seem to be a little more balanced, and people don't have the same issues that we do. But our particular type is a very complex, very deep one. Another thing is your mind, are you very smart? Is your mind very, very distant? Can you just imagine things into the future? I mean, deep into the future. Solve complex problems. You understand me? Can you look deep into things and start seeing worlds and when you try to explain it to people, let's say you try to tell people what you're thinking and they can't understand. You think everybody thinks like that, but they don't, if you understand me. These are some of the traits that this personality type has. It's a very, very vast mind. It's very intuitive, and it's very complex. It's deep. And you're very intelligent. Trust me, you are very intelligent. But your mind may think differently. It may not be as conventional as most other kids, as most other people around you. You may feel like you're a little bit isolated. In fact, that's one thing. Do you feel alone a lot? Do you feel like you have friends but don't have friends? Are you isolated a lot of times, and have you always felt that way? Do you get sad? Do you get depressed? Do you feel like there's nobody else in the world but you? Well, you're not alone. You are not alone. You may have this rare personality type, and this is what this channel is. And my duty right now, my calling right now in this world is to find youth that have this, so they know they're not alone, so they can start understanding more about themselves, okay? Now, it's not a cure. Just the fact you found me does not cure you. It's just this is an outreach, just so you know that you are not alone in this world. That's all this is. And it's one of my goals is to find out that, is to outreach for the youth so that they know this. And the reason I do this, and the reason I'm doing this, is because I had a difficult early life. And I was led down many roads that I wish I didn't take. And because of my confusion, because of the things that I went through, and I had nobody to talk to, I ran away cross country looking for my father, thinking he'd be different. Now, I was put on journeys in past that could have cost me possibly my life if I had made further bad decisions. Luckily, that didn't happen. But I wandered. I wandered for months, years, in fact, most of my life. I did finally settle down, finally got a job, got at least acclimated to my work and settled down and made sure I held a job and worked for a living. I'm a blue-collar guy, just a regular guy. But bottom line is, it's if you don't know this, this life, could lead you. You might make decisions because of the state of mind you're in, the depression that you're in, the confusion that you're in, that might lead you into things that will ultimately harm you. Maybe lead to something permanent, or even just unalive you. So that's why I'm outreaching. This is an outreach. Bottom line is, this is you are not alone. This channel is dedicated to the INFJ experience. That's what this channel is. This is what it is all about. It is a safe haven for these personality type. And if you feel as though you are this type, then I strongly advise maybe look into MBTI, maybe take a test, find out. Now, it's not a cure just to know you are this type, but you at least now have a blueprint. This particular personality almost needs an owner's manual in order to navigate. It's not something that's readily available. And most people, because of its rarity, don't understand this. Now, it is an extremely rare personality. It's probably one of the rarest. Now, especially if you're a young man. There's only less than 1% of the world population is this personality. And if you're a young lady, then yeah, it's a little more. I think it's maybe 1 to 2%, and even in women. And overall, it's about 2%. So it's very rare. But this is my outreach. So if you've happened to stumble across this, maybe you're looking something up on an algorithm, you're trying to figure yourself out. This is what I'm trying to do. This is here for you. This is just to reach out to you to tell you you're not alone, that you have these symptoms of this rare personality type. Now, you have a very rich and vivid imagination and inner world, but at the same time, your heart aches. You feel empty inside. You want to reach out, but at the same time, people drain you. You may reach out for friends, but then somehow they just repel you because they drain you. Or maybe they talk about things that just don't really jive with you. They just don't really interest you, what they talk about. So you decide to drift off alone. But again, your heart aches. You get depressed, you get sad, you get lonely. Maybe you cry in the dark. You want nobody to look, but you're doing that. You're not alone. You could be this rare personality type. And I wish there was somebody, we all wish there was somebody that could have been there for us, just to talk to us and guide us along a little bit. Because we didn't have a guide, so we had to guide ourselves. And yes, we became hyper independent, and I'm sure that's exactly what you are. You are motivated. You're probably very independent in your mind. You can do things on your own, but you just are confused as to why you have to be alone. Why you just seem to drift that way. It's just going to be who you are. You are a unique character. You're a loner. You're a lone wolf in this world. And It's a hard life. It's difficult, and that's why this is why I'm here. So, I guess bottom line is all I can offer is the fact that that you stumbled across this algorithm, hopefully, and you found this video and you're listening to me, and you're at least agreeing with me. Now you're drawn in. Hopefully you're drawn in. But this is just genuinely so the fact that with a heart of me trying to make sure that you don't do anything rash into your future that will jeopardize the rest of your future, I should say. I'm not scripted. I didn't write anything down. I'm just talking into the camera. This is totally off the cuff, and this is just an outreach for you, for whoever may see this that may have value to this. I mean, it could be many years from now that you find this and you stumble across this, but either way, it doesn't matter. This is a timeless message. Find out. And at least if you have the blueprint to this personality, and there are us out there. We are there. There are many of the INFJ types out there. And there's other introverted types that are close to this too, that actually could benefit from this. It's not just strictly INFJs. There's other ones. The introverted intuitive types especially are the ones that could benefit from that. Now there's a couple of different traits that are off between the alignments of these personalities, but mainly it's introverts and intuitives need an extra set of, like I said, learning guides, maybe mentors, at least just somebody that's telling them they're not alone. This is the main thing to understand, people, whoever I may be talking to, that's mainly what it is. Because when you feel like you're alone and nobody else thinks like you, this is the worst feeling. At least knowing that there's others that you can connect with that are out there like myself. This is all we can do, is an outreach for you to know that you at least mean something. You do mean something, and you're not outcast. You're just built different. Your mind was formed differently. You're highly intelligent. You have great potential. You have amazing gifts. In fact, you probably feel empathy. You probably feel people's pain. This is one of our traits, some of it. Some of us INFJs, we're empaths. And that's another thing that might confuse you. I mean, do you ever just feel like you get near people and you start feeling emotions and they think you're yours? You might get angry and you don't know why. You ever get sad and you don't know why if you're around crowds of people? It's because you're picking up emotions, but you may not be aware of it. That's what I mean. You need to have a blueprint to your personality. You really do. So, this is my calling. I'm here now. I'm at a point in my life where I've lived my life. I finally found out who I was 3 years ago, my type. And it was because of an algorithm, because I saw a video on YouTube. And it was just kind of described who I was. And part of me was very, very happy that I found it, but part of me was sad because I realized I'm not alone. I was happy I wasn't alone, but I was happy that other people had to have a life like mine. So it was a mixed feeling. But that's what we do. We are full of mixed feelings. We have this very confusing personality that needs attention. And I'm out here. I mean, I have videos on my channel. I'm taking it upon myself at least to attempt, even if I can just outreach and hope that somebody at a younger age finds this out and they can hone their skills in. They can develop. They can learn about themselves. They can learn about their type. Maybe read books on it. Maybe just understand that this is a normal personality type. It's just very, very rare. But you have amazing gifts. But that's what it is. You have rare gifts and talents that other types do not have. Okay? You have a certain empathic heart. You have a very, very kind heart. Like I said, you're probably kind to animals, and you're kind to people that are less fortunate than you. And you're kind of like, almost like it's your duty to protect. And you know you have certain qualities about you. So it's a great personality in that way, but it's cursing because it's isolating. You may feel isolated, and you're going to walk alone most of your life. So I guess bottom line is, whoever's listening to me, whoever agrees with me, whoever can hear me, understand that's what this is an outreach. And I hope that I have found somebody out there that needs to be found in their world. All right. Well, I'm just going to say, welcome. My name's Tom. And like I said, I just feel free to explore this channel. And maybe now that you know, keep your eyes set out and maybe look toward other channels with the same similar content, with things, and they will guide. They could probably help to at least not guide you, not alleviate your pain, but at least just tell you that you're not alone and put you in right directions. And also, there are experienced INFJs such as myself, and there's others on this channel. There's other subscribers on there we're all experienced, and that's why we're drawn here. That's what these channels are for. So we know we have the similar experience. So this is just from my heart, people. Whoever may not understand that the suffering that you have in your heart is it's a necessary thing. Does it need to be? I mean, we all need a little bit of suffering in order to grow. It is necessary for our souls to grow through suffering. But when you don't know who you are, not knowing your type, and you're suffering in vain, right? Then it's painful. Then it's almost like you're meant to suffer, and it could cause further ado into your life, and you could make worse decisions in your life. Well, I think I said enough, people. Now, I just want you to know that that's why we're here. That's why I'm here. And I'm starting to find out it is important for me as who I am. My calling is to make sure that intuitive introverts in particular, hear this and know that you're not alone. You are unique. You're like a rare diamond, you know what I mean? You really are. And you have talents and amazing abilities that exceed a lot of other people. You may not know it because you don't feel right. Maybe you feel like an outcast. Maybe you think you're defective. You think your mind is defective. And trust me, I thought the same thing most of my life. I always knew I had a good heart. I knew I was highly intelligent, but I felt defective. I didn't feel quite right. And this is the experience of other INFJs, not just me. There are many others. Well, not that many. Enough. There are some out there. And we're all on these channels, and we're out there. And they could offer you support. There's some kind of group you could talk to, or maybe just watch some videos. Get some books, find some kind of education into introversion, intuitives, and go from there and start understanding. Learn more about yourself. Just learn how your mind works, and then learn who you are. You can't change this. All you can do is just learn from it, know who you are. All right? So that's my message. This is my message. My name's Tom, like I said, Tom Omega, and I'm the host of INFJ Experience. And your life should be an experience. It should not be. It should be a wonderful experience. It should be a mesmerizing experience. And you got to let your mind expand, but you have to also know who you are. And please, just don't go down a bad path that's going to cost you your life or your sanity or anything else like that. Okay? All right. So only the strong survive. And you're survivors. And we already know that you're a suffering soul. It's another thing. If you know you suffer a lot and you feel like you're always in a state of depression, sadness, loneliness, these are all part of it, and you're not alone. And you have nobody to cry to or nobody to talk to, you're not alone. Okay? Well, thank you for hanging around with me this long. And if this fascinated you, please leave some comments down below and let us all know. And when I say us, I mean just leave comments down. And I want you to start reaching out to more of these and find out your personality type. And no, you're just rare, okay? I don't want the life that I had to go on to anybody else, bottom line. Even though I look like it turned out okay, which I did, I might have turned out okay, and you think, well, he looks all right. This guy looks cool, you know what I mean? Maybe I do. I'm really not a bad guy, but you know what? I had a hard life. I had a very hard life to get here. And I'm fortunate to be here. I'm glad I'm here. But now it's my duty to reach out to the introverts, to intuitives, especially INFJs, because this is my calling. So you know, not to make the mistakes that are going to cost you. And I'm sorry I keep repeating that, but I shouldn't. But I'm very off script here. All right? All right, well, thank you for sticking around this time on my channel. And so take care of yourself, please. And until the next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.